We are back with today's Call of the Wild and SeaWorld and Busch Gardens animal ambassador, Miss Julie Scardina.
And if you think you're going to beef up your winter wardrobe to stay warm, wait until you hear what some of Julie's friends are doing to prepare for the cold. And they ain't shopping. Look who's stealing the merchandise. They aren't shopping at Macy's, are they?
No.
What do they do?
These guys have their own mechanisms, that's for sure. This is a sandhill crane, which a lot of people who live down in Florida may actually recognize.
Right.
They're a migratory species, so they know where to go, just like all the people who come down to Florida and visit SeaWorld in the wintertime. You know, these guys will migrate, and 500,000 will go through the Platte River Valley in Nebraska at the same time. So basically, that's the strategy that these guys have. Be up in the cold weather where there's lots of food and things to do and mate and do all that. And then when your chicks are ready, you fly with your mate, with your chick. In the first year, the chick has to be able to migrate up to 400 miles a day.
That's unbelievable.
That is incredible.
They're incredible. And in terms of strategy, though, it works because they go down to the warmer weather where there's still food. These guys eat...
They pack their thong and they have salad. I don't blame them.
But these guys eat bugs as well as fruits, so they can't stay up in the Siberia and Alaska and all that kind of stuff. They have to come down where there's more food.
And this was rescued as a chick, right?
Yes, he was actually orphaned down in Florida, and the neighborhood people were kind of taking care of it for a while. They finally turned it in and said, we're not quite sure what to do with that. We get a lot of injured cranes at SeaWorld in Florida. So a lot of times they can be fixed up and re-released, but this guy was imprinted, so he's not really...
He seems content.
He does.
Yeah. He's like, I don't want to go back up north.
Life is good. Life is good in
Bring
Florida.
out our next animal, shall we? I think we have a... Here comes something.
It's a little beaver.
Here we are. Yeah, this little guy. Now talk about another rescue. Now beavers, what they do...
God, that thing is
okay.
but
It's a wild animal thing. What can I say?
Okay, go on. Go. Talk fast, Julie, on this one.
Now, beavers, what they do is they get all set for winter by storing food. All right, so they'll go out and you guys.
Are you done? Are you finished? That's a good one. But
they'll actually store food underwater, and these are the best engineers in the world aside from humans, right?
Yeah.
So basically they are building their den.
I like it.
And then storing the food underwater so that during the coldest parts of the year, they're actually going underneath the water, underneath the ice, grabbing their storage of food and bringing it back up for the babies. And they also
why doesn't the food deteriorate in the water?
Because it's trees. They eat branches and trees and all that.
It's lovely after it's been under there for a while.
It's in very cold water. You know what? We're going to put you down on the table over here.
No wonder he stinks. I'm sorry.
Let's bring on the groundhog. Come on.
There we go. Now, when you talk about what animals do during the winter and what they do to prepare for winter, do you guys have the same problem as I do? Sometimes, you want to overeat.
Now, what is
and
this?
so that's
Another one?
exactly. This is a groundhog.
Oh, gosh.
I know he looks.
They look like cousins.
Just like the beaver, just about. But you want to give him some sweet potato or corn. Oh, he loves the corn. Yeah, he loves the corn.
Here, baby.
Turn you around.
Watch your teeth. You all right?
There you go. So these guys eat up until they're really, really, really fat in the summertime, preparing for winter, and then they go into that hibernation. And these are true hibernators.
So they sleep all winter long?
All winter long. Sometimes the adults, mostly from October all the way through like February, March.
Do they have predators during that time?
Well, that's the great part about hibernating in your burrow is that you're safer. You're not out having to find food during the times of the year when it's harder to find food. And actually, the next animal...
Come on, bring on the fox.
We've got a little relationship between these two over here.
Someone get the beaver.
So the fox is out, and actually the way things change during the fall and the winter for the fox is that
he's supposed to be eating the fruit.
Pinching him in the rear, okay?
Nobody likes your food.
The fox will actually change what he eats from spring, fall to winter.
Okay.
And then spring
Is that
and fall.
because of what's available?
That's exactly right.
Okay.
They'll eat much more vegetation in the spring and the summer.
Because it's there.
The berries and everything is ripe. And then when winter comes around, they'll go after the voles, the other small mammals.
Thank you,
that are out there.
Julie.
Thanks very much.